Hello. Thank you for coming today to hear me speak about the ascension process that is taking place on this planet at this time. The ascension process involves the raising of the frequency on the planet from that of a low vibration to that of a higher vibration. And we hope that over the course of the next 30 years or so, that the planet will begin to ascend into a place of higher frequency to allow for more love and more light and more friendship and more hope and more joy and more connection and unison than there is currently. This process started many, many years ago with the first few volunteers who came to the planet to do their work. However, their voices were not heard amongst the masses in the same way that people are starting to take note now. The world was not ready in the way that it is becoming ready to hear the desire for change. And we are so excited that you are becoming ready for this time. We have been waiting a long time for this. Over the next decade or so, the vibration of the planet will begin to rise, and this will create a shift internally in most people that are living at this time on this planet, and they will feel it. They will feel a desire for change, and they will follow their heart in a way that they have not been allowed to do before. They will want to pursue new activities. They will want to take more pride in their health. They want to make new connections with those around them. They will want to take an interest in what happens after death and what happens to the soul after it leaves its body. And these are all questions that we would love to answer for you in time. But right now we would like to focus on the now, what to expect in the now and the foreseeable future. One day you will wake up and you will feel different. You will want to make different choices in your life, and this may feel scary at first. You will feel disconnected from the life that you have been living and the people that you have surrounded yourself with and the hobbies that you have partaken in. This is part of the process. You are changing, you are shifting, your vibration is rising, and this will require you to make changes in your life to match the frequency that you are feeling inside. This can feel scary at first because nothing will feel right. Nothing will feel certain, but this is part of the process. And in that process, you will need to learn to let go of the certainty, to let go of the way that things have always been and to welcome what is new. Change can feel scary only if there are expectations around it. In the coming months, there will be an awakening greater than there has been before. More and more people will desire to feel better, to feel lighter, to follow their heart, to follow their passion in a way that they didn't allow themselves to do before. This is the beginning. This is what we call an awakening. You are awakening to what your heart deeply desires for you. You're awakening to the possibility that you have been led astray, that you have been focusing on what those around you have wanted for you because that is what they perceived to be right. But that will no longer resonate with you, and you will feel inspired to make different choices that the people around you might not understand, but it will feel right to you. And maybe sometimes you yourself might not understand it either, but this need to fulfill this new way of being will be so strong that you will not be able to avoid it. This awakening process will happen in stages. There will be multiple waves. Wave 1 is already becoming aware of this new way of being that they desire. Wave 2 will follow, and wave 3 will come after that, and there will be wave upon wave upon wave. In the first wave will help these subsequent waves, and you will help each other, you will guide each other, and this will create a community and a sense of connection that you have not felt before. You will feel more connected to the world around you, to the people around you, and to yourself by proxy. There will be some who will not understand. There will be some who will feel lost and afraid and alone, and that is their journey. There is no right and there is no wrong. That is simply where they need to be at this time. Do not let them guide you astray of your path. What feels right for you is what is right for you. Your channel is learning. She is learning to calibrate and to surrender. The act of surrender is one that will be new for many of you. You are not used to allowing your ego to surrender to what your soul desires. And there will be competing parts of you, the part of you that wants to continue because it feels good. It feels passion that it has not felt before. It feels a lightness that it has never allowed itself to follow before. And then there will be another part of you that will be afraid, that will grip onto what it has always known and what has always come to be. But those two competing parts are simply the dualness within you, the two competing light and darkness within you. Darkness does not mean bad. It just means lower vibration. Lower vibration is not bad. It is simply a difference in frequency and in density. You may ask, what is the purpose of this? Why now? Well, the purpose is that we have been waiting a very long time for this planet to begin to move, to rise in vibration and in frequency, so that you can begin to understand the full breadth of your power and how you are all connected. You are all one. You are all creation in divine form. It is not one person or being or entity that has made the decision for the collective, but rather it is the collective itself. It is the planet itself that has decided that it is time, that has decided that it is ready, and slowly, very slowly, the planet is rising in its own frequency, and you are feeling that. That is what is happening to you. You are feeling the changes, the adjustments in vibration and frequency around you, and therefore you need to adjust in comparison. The more you decide to fight this change, the more difficult it will become. What awaits for you is a new world, a new life, a life full of connection to those around you, a life full of understanding that the knowingness, the passion, the free wholeness that you can feel lies within you and not outside of you. And that is the biggest change of all. The understanding that the power that you search for, the understanding that you desire, the love that you crave, all lies within you. And you will be able to access it slowly, very slowly, and then eventually in greater and greater capacity until you understand the breadth of your power and the reason why you are here. And you will pass this gift down to your children, and those children will pass it down to theirs. And with every subsequent generation, this planet will rise in frequency until its time is done. And reincarnations here are no longer needed for you to evolve. And you and the planet will pass into its next incarnation, which at this point has not fully been agreed upon or decided yet. We want you to know that you are not alone. You are never alone. You have a support system around you, always. They are your guides. They are your angels, your animals, your ancestors, your galactic star family, the ascended masters, and archangels. We are always around you, always there to support you. We are always giving you clues and guidance just whispers in your ear, but you have not been paying attention. But you will begin to see the signs more and more. And the more you look for them, the more you will see them. And you'll begin to find that the answers have been there all along. And that will be a beautiful realization. And you will laugh to yourself and wonder why you never gave them credence before. But that is the beauty of the awakening process. It is magical if you allow yourself to view it that way. We have one ask of you at this time. We ask that you keep an open mind to the messages that will begin to be all around you. You will begin to receive guidance from a few channels that will be opening here and there, such as this one, who have been asked to lead you in this way, to relay messages from us to you so that you understand what to expect, so that you understand what is happening around you, and so that you are not afraid, so that you know that you are not alone, and so that you know that the best is yet to come. And one day you too will be asked to be a channel, to be a guide, and to be wisdom for those around you, those who are feeling lost in the way that you might be now. And you will be asked to guide them and lead them in the way that you are being guided and led now. And it will be one person helping the next in this beautiful community of guidance and knowledge and passing of wisdom. And you will all be connected one by one to a greater energy and a greater source and a greater power, which lies inside of all of you, but is magnified when you come together. There may be times where you will feel like things are not getting better when in fact they are getting worse. But it is important to understand that as things shift and as things change, things need to crumble before they can rise. And this is all part of evolution. Evolution is not linear. Evolution has ups and downs, as do you, as do everybody around you. And as more and more people begin to have these rises and falls, you will see them echoed and reverberated around you. And as many people have them at the same time, it will create large and larger disruptions in and around the planet. And this is something to be witnessed alone for what it is. It is not something to be upset about or to grieve. It is simply the process that must unfold for the greater good and for yours. Show compassion for the people around you who struggle. There is one more thing that we would like to add before we depart. And that is to remember. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Remember what the greater purpose of all of this is. And that is to experience all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be. Every experience holds within it a beautiful gift for you to evolve and to grow and to remove whatever guidance, knowledge, and wisdom that you can from it so that you can return next time around and take off from where you left off and expand in the way that you desire to. Each experience is a gift. Cherish it and take away from it what is in betterment for you rather than what is the detriment. We leave that as it is for today. Thank you so much for listening. We are with you always.